I hear you.
Oh, shit. He's gonna come back to me.
Bring that up. What you just read about the
I will not fear.
Yeah.
The book of Psalm chapter 23 verse 4 says, "Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy staff and thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." And what does a rod do? Right? What do you use the rod for? For correction. Right? When we open up this Bible, the Lord is correcting us through the Spirit. Right? If brother's been on drugs all their life, and the Lord said, "Look, you can't defile your temple," He's correcting us. Right? As long as we humbly understand that and accept it. Right? He's giving us correction with that rod of iron. And that's love. Right? Go on. Verse 5. "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies." Right? He prepared us a table. What's that table? Is this a literal table? No, it's a spiritual table. What's on the table? Food. Bring that up.
Matthew 22:1. Yeah.
Come on. Y'all got a minute to know your nationality? What's your nationality?
I'm black.
You the color of your shirt?
No.
Right, so who are you really? What's your nationality? Where you people come from?
We belong to the world.
Brother, know your nationality. The white man, they know their nationality. They say they're from Switzerland, Europe.
Right.
But what are you? They don't. The white man don't say we from the world. They
He's not from the
specify.
world. He's not from the world.
Well, they'll specify where they come from.
What's your position on the minister?
Brother, which minister?
Farrakhan.
Brother, he doesn't know what's going on.
Okay.
He knows
Right.
what's going on, but he ain't saying it.
Right, that too.
Hey,
Right?
Farrakhan called
Farrakhan
it
yeah, he said we Israelites.
Right.
You brought that up because more than likely you follow Farrakhan. Bring that up. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 1. "Then Jesus answered and spake unto them." It's Salakia. Farrakhan's an Edomite. Right? We got to put it out there. He's an Edomite. Don't forget that. Amen. Matthew chapter 22, verse 1. "Then Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them to Slakia, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding,
Right?
and they would not come." Right, so we trying to bid a lot of Israelites to come to the wedding. You say you had a question?
No, yeah, my man's not gonna leave.
They about to leave you. Well, brother, we not about to leave you.
That's right.
We here for you. Right? They might be going somewhere to do some folly, some wickedness, break the Sabbath continually. But we're not going to leave you, brother. Right? If you need a ride home, we got you, brother. What are they about to get into? What y'all about to get into? Walk around? Go to Sirach 9 and 7. You just about to walk around idly in the city? Bring this up real quick.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 7. And it reads, "Look not round about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary places thereof."
You get jammed up like that. You just walking around just to walk around. People get robbed like that. People get raped like that. People get a lot of bad things happen like that. Right? Especially on a Sabbath because you breaking it willingly. Right? You know that you're an Israelite, Carlos. You know you're an Israelite. Knowing that you're an Israelite, you got to follow the Heavenly Father's commandments. Right? Meaning, read that again for the brother.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 7. And it reads, "Look not round about thee in the streets of the city,
Just walking idly with your head in the clouds. Go on.
neither wander thou in the solitary places thereof."
Neither wander in the solitary places thereof. Right? I bet you didn't know there's going to be a big fight over here one day. You might get caught up in that fight. Right? Or the fight's supposed to happen today. You might get caught up in that fight because you was walking around aimlessly. Bring that up. The book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15. "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as
You
wise."
gotta walk circumspectly.
Right? Not as a foolish man, but as a wise man. Right? And what is wisdom? How do you get wisdom? What does wisdom do for you? Bring that up.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 5. And it reads, "Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing."
If you keep the commandment and take heed to the Heavenly Father's words, you're not going to feel no evil thing. Go on.
"And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment."
Right. A wise man's heart is going to both discern time and judgment. Right. Where to be. What you should be doing in X, Y, and Z in this situation, that situation. Sirach 27 and 12. One more. Bring that up. All right. The book of Sirach, chapter 27, verse 12.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse 12. And it reads,
Are those brothers calling themselves Israelites?
if,
Bring that up.
Sirach chapter 27, verse 12, and it reads, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time,
Right?
but be continually among men of understanding.
You got to be continually among men of understanding. If they call themselves Israelites, they should be opening up the book of the Lord and letting you know, look, today's the Sabbath day, right? Instead of suffering sin upon you, right? Because right now, y'all about to do your own pleasures. That's the sin, brother. If you love the Heavenly Father, you won't commit sin, all right? And if you say you love him and still break the commandments, you'll be found a liar. You'll be lying in front of the eyes of the Lord. Bring that up.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 37, and verse 12. But be continually with godly men, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou miscarry.
That's right. So when you down on your luck, brother, they're going to bear your burdens because they're your brothers, right? They know the law, statutes, commandments. They're going to exhort you. That's what we're doing to you right now through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're exhorting you to keep the commandments because we don't want you to sin. We don't want you to fall into the hands of harlots. Bring out Sirach 9 and 3.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, and verse 20. And it reads,
Everything's closed. They're not going to do shit with their day, brother.
check this out.
Bring that up.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, and verse 20. And it reads, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Destroyed how? Whether it be the sword, which is the modern day gun, whether it be entrapped by harlots. You might walk down there, do your own thing, and run into a whore, right? And she start enticing you. She starts spitting at you, right? And then you give her your number, right? Bring that up.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 9, and verse 3. Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares.
Right? We're not saying you're going to purposely run into a harlot, but if you're doing your own thing, walking idly in the street, it's going to happen, right? Because you're not walking circumspectly. So we telling you all this stuff out of love.
That's right.
If your friends over there, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to do it, brother. So bear with us for 5 more minutes, right? Because we told you about the law, statutes, commandments. Today is the Sabbath, right? What you can and can't eat, right? What else? You got to love your brothers. Go to Leviticus chapter 17, verse 19. Leviticus 19 and 17.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. And it reads, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
But what?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Right. So now with all of this knowledge that you understanding and receiving through the Spirit, you have to go tell your friends, look, we can't do X, Y, we can't do X, we can't do Y, we can't do Z, we can't do A, we can't do B, we can't do C. You have to let them know all those things that we're letting you know through the Spirit, right? Because we love you and we don't want to see anything bad happen to you.
Brother.
Bring that up. There's more.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You ever held any grudges, Carlos? Well, what did we learn today? Bring that out again.
This is a commandment. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 18. And it reads, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You can't bear no grudges anymore, Carlos. Right? They might piss you off. They might owe you money. You can't bear no grudges against them. Right? You think the Lord bear grudges against you once you sin? Or he freely forgives you. Right? Those are the harlots that we're talking about that you'll run into. Right? Those are the exact same ones. You could have went down there, met up with them, and spit game to them, and they'll lead you into destruction. Bring that. Right? They say, yeah, bring that up.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You're supposed to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Go on.
I am the Lord. Verse 19. Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle.
Okay, that was it.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them.
It's like it keeps this in mind. He's talking about your own people, right? The Israelites, right? Because a lot of people back then, they saw Christ as their enemies, right? Specifically his own people, right? But he said, look, although you're going to have a lot of people, your own people hate each other and hate you, you still got to love them at the end of the day, right?
And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Right. He didn't say continually hold that grudge. I'm going to kill this nigga and set up the bloopers and how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to bust in his house.
He said, look, just forgive him, right? The Heavenly Father forgive you, right? Go on. Verse 45, that ye may be children unto your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. There you have it, brother. What's your nationality? Israelite? You gonna eat pork? Why not? It's what? I have bad hearing. Say it out loud. It's unclean. Right? That's right. You gonna keep the Sabbath day? You gonna try? Brother, you gotta try to the best of your ability at this moment. Right? Bring out Sirach 5:1.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, and verse 1. And it reads, set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life.
Right?
Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right? Don't follow after your own mind, after your own heart. After receiving all this and hearing all this, thus saith the Lord, you gotta say, damn, I can't follow after my own heart. I can't follow after my friends. Right? Go on.
And say not, who shall control me from my works?
Go on.
For Yahweh will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
So after this conversation, after today, you can't say, well, look, ain't nothing going to happen to me. I've sinned. The Lord ain't do nothing. Go on.
For Yahweh is long-suffering. He will in no wise let thee go.
Bring out Ecclesiastes 8:13. Go on.
Concerning propitiation,
Go on.
be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Don't add sin unto sin. Go to Ecclesiastes 8:11.
That's okay.
Who, me? Oh, okay. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, and verse 11. And it reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Right, so a lot of people, they sin and they do wickedness. And although, they're not judged immediately, they think, damn, I can do whatever I want. The same way that man thought that in Sirach, the 5th chapter. Go on.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right. And guess who feels that way? The so-called white man. Right? Because once he murders us, is he held accountable for his crimes? How do we know? Go to Psalms chapter 79:10 and go to Zechariah chapter 11:5. How do we know? We're going to prove it to you out the scripture.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, and verse 5. And it reads,
hey, was those Pharisees and Sadducees that sold Christ out, was they held accountable? No. Right? So a lot of wicked men aren't held accountable. Right? But right now we're speaking about the so-called white man, which is a goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. Go on.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, and verse 5. It reads, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
We went over which shepherd, who the shepherds are, and that's not pitying us. Right? It's our own people. Right? They don't give a damn. Right? You got all these celebrities, millionaires, and so-called black people in high position and high authority. They still don't give a damn. Neither do they speak out when we're oppressed. Right? Bring that up. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 79, verse 10. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their God? Let them be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed. Right, this is a so-called white man for you. Right? He's saying in his heart, where the hell is their God? Right? Bring that out one more time. Psalm 79 and verse 10. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their God? Right? Because when they kill us day in and day out, they don't see any bad things happen to them. Right? So it's in their heart to continually do evil. Go on. Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed. Go on. Let the sighing of the prisoner come before thee. Right, the sighing of the prisoner. We're the prisoners. We're in bondage. Brother, y'all got to repent or you're going to be destroyed by the Heavenly Father. That's right. The Most High does not support homosexuality. Thus said the Lord. Right? Man up. Go on. Verse 11. Let the sighing of the prisoner come before thee. According to the greatness of thy power, preserve thou those that are appointed to die. Go on. And render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach.
Right. We wish to death to America and the so-called white man.
That's right.
You got any questions according to the Bible? You know your nationality? You know your nationality? What's that? Talk to us. We're not out here to fight you. We're out here for our own people.
I mean, I don't know my nationality.
No? You believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible, sister?
Oh, yes.
What's your name? Asha. Okay, are you so-called black woman? All right, now I'm saying so-called black because nobody's the color of his jacket. Nobody's the color of his hoodie, all right? Black is a derogatory term that was given to us by our slave masters during the 1600s, right? And our people still today call themselves black. Why? Because they have no knowledge, right? We have no idea where to go in terms of how to build us up as a community, all right? So we're going to read you just a few verses, Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And it reads, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again."
This is Moses. You familiar with Moses?
Yes.
Saying, look, y'all going to go into Egypt again. However, remember, in the book of Exodus, they already left Egypt. But he's telling them, you're going to go back into Egypt. All right? Now, when you read the scriptures in the next book, in the next chapter, you'll find out that those Israelites, they never actually walked back into Egypt. Never happened. So is Moses lying when he said y'all going to go back into Egypt? That's right. He's not lying. Because keep in mind, this is a prophetic book, right? And there's a lot of prophets that speak in prophecies. This being one of them, right? Now we have to break down the word Egypt to get a better understanding of Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Let's look at Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Right, out of the house of bondage. What's another word that reminds you of bondage? Slavery, right? What's another word for slavery? Servitude, captivity, right? So now we're establishing, making it be known that Egypt just means bondage, captivity, slavery. Go on.
Verse 68. "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
But now we understand Egypt just means slavery. Again, how?
with ships."
How'd your ancestors come here to America? Huh? Come here to America. What about yours? Ships, right? Go on.
"With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again."
Right. Have y'all seen your homeland? Nope, haven't seen your homeland, right?
"And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies."
Who sold your ancestors off the slave boats and put them on auction blocks and bought and sold them? Who did all of that? We gotta be real. Who did it? So-called white man, right? He's known for doing that, right?
"And there you shall be sold into your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you."
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. That's another way of saying bondmen and bondwomen is slave masters. All right? And it has it on that. No man shall buy you, meaning redeem you. Okay? So which demographic, which people on earth can say, that sounds like my history, my background? Who can say that? Can a white man say that? All right. He can't say that he's been in slavery. Neither can a Chinese man, Arabic man, East Indian man, right? The Nawapian man, which is African man. They can't say that, all right? Who can really say that? Yeah, who can really say that they fit that description, that little sign we just read? So-called black man, right? And Hispanics, Native Americans. So who is Moses speaking to?
So what?
Who is Moses speaking to?
The press?
Oppressed, but in terms of nationality, they had a nationality back then, but they would then call themselves black.
African?
They didn't call themselves African either, because African comes from a white man, Leos Scipus Africanus, and America Vespucci. That's where we get the term African American, which is a byword. Read the next chapter, verse.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1. And it reads, "These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel."
The children of black people.
With the children of Israel.
Children of nigglets.
With the children of Israel.
Monkeys.
With the children of Israel.
Children of Israel. Right?
See, I didn't say African American or these modern day terms. They knew that themselves back then that they were Israelites, right? But in the process of slavery, in 400 years, they were stripped of their identity. Guess what? That's proven out the Bible. Y'all check this out. Bring out Jeremiah 17:4.
It's the book of
I
Jeremiah.
want to see, who does this sound like? Who on earth can say this fits me? Bring this out.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 4. And it reads, "And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee."
Even thou thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage. Right? Who's been disconnected from their roots? Is it the so-called white man, Asian man, East Indian man? All their roots, all their, writings and their histories on the walls. They got their books. What about us? What do we have? BT? Love and Hip Hop? Riots? Right? What do we really have at the end of the day? Please don't say City Girls, Cardi B. That's not what we have. That's not our culture. Right? Twerking? That's not our culture. Wearing booty shorts? That's not our culture. Right? Those are things that we picked up in America, which is modern day Egypt. All right? How do we know that this place is modern day Egypt? Modern day slavery. Bring out Deuteronomy 28 and 47.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 47. And it reads, "Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee."
Those are the same enemies that we mentioned in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right? Now you got to serve your enemies because you don't want to worship the Heavenly Father. And want of what?
And in want of all things. Oh, yeah, Salakia. And hunger.
And hunger. What's your name again?
Asha,
Asha. Where do you go when you're hungry, Asha?
the grocery store.
Grocery stores owned by who?
Amazon?
Well, what color people own those? White people, right? And the Arabics and the Chinese, they own everything, right? But mainly the white people, they own it all, right? Bring that up.
And hunger.
So when you're hungry, you gotta go to them, right?
And in thirst.
And thirst, Dasani, Sprite, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Starbucks. When you thirsty, you gotta go to them, right? You pull out your wallet, say, "Hey, I'm thirsty. I want something to drink." Go on.
And the nakedness.
And the nakedness. You need some type of clothing to cover your body? Go to the so-called white man. You want Fashion Nova? Go to the so-called white man. You want Amazon? Pull out your credit card and buy from the so-called white man. Go on.
And in want of all things.
Right, you need a cell phone, you need glasses, you need a car, you gotta go to the so-called white man. That's facts, Asha. We didn't make that up. Right?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed.
Who had a yoke of iron put upon their neck? Which people on earth had a yoke of iron put upon their neck? Us, right? So who does this sound like? It sound like us. So we will be Israelites according to the Bible. And we're proving that by reading just a few curses, right? What we're reading are curses out the scriptures. How do we know? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15. And it reads, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to observe to do all his commandments."
If you don't listen to the Heavenly Father and do all his commandments, Asha,
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
and we read to you like 3 curses that happens upon us, right?
And overtake thee.
Go on.
Verse 16, "Cursed shall thou be in the city."
Which people are cursed in the city, Asha? Who's living at the worst?
The black people.
So-called black people in the city. Go down the street, you see a black homeless man, right? You see a so-called black homeless woman, right? You see them at the bus stops, homeless, right? No car, no nothing, just impoverished, right? And not only that, who's being shot down in the streets? Us. We're cursing this in the cities, right?
"And cursed shall thou be in the field."
Who was cursing the field in history? Us. What do we do? What do we pick for the white man? Cotton, tobacco, rice, right? What else? Something else I can't remember. Sugar cane. That's the one. Sugar canes. Yeah. We had to get their gold for him. We had to get everything for him, right? If a white man had an apple tree, he'd tell that nigga to go climb it. Pick me some apples. Right?
Yeah, build the railroads.
Built the railroads, built the White House. Everything you're looking at, we built. Right? Right? So we're cursing the city, right? By working for the so-called white man. Bring that up. Go to verse 54.
Verse 54. And it reads, so
One more.
that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Who's known for having an evil eye towards their brother?
So what?
Who's known for having an evil eye towards their own brothers?
White people?
Well, which demographics looks at their own people and say, I hate you, I can't stand you, I want to shoot you, nigga? So-called black people.
Yeah, I was.
Right? So-called black people, Hispanics. All them gangs, all them cartels, they hate each other. Go on.
And toward the wife of his bosom,
Right? That goes into your domestic violence.
and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Who's known for leaving their children? Don't say the white man. So-called black people. You see how this fits us to a T? This is ridiculous.
The Bible, man.
We didn't make this up.
It's like a glove.
Right? It fits like a glove, like the brother said. Right? This is us. So who are you according to the scriptures? Who are you really? What's your real nationality, Asha? If it's not black, if it's not African American, who are you really? You would be an Israelite. You said it. So knowing that you're an Israelite, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? What were the Israelites' culture? Because you don't know your culture. A lot of our people don't know their culture. So we have to find out our culture before you go. You don't want to just walk away without knowing your culture. We had an opportunity to find out. Bring that up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And it reads, and now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Say you an Israelite. So what does the Lord require of Israel to do specifically?
But to fear Yahweh thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him,
No, to twerk.
and to love him,
No, to kill each other.
and to love him,
To eat abominable food.
and to love him.
We have to love the Heavenly Father. Right? That's what we have to do at the end of the day. Bring that up.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 11. Says, besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance.
He gave us law of life for inheritance. Go on.
He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgments.
He showed us the judgments. Right? But what did our people do with that knowledge? They rejected him. Right? The same way they're rejecting him now today. Right? Because they say, I can do whatever I want. You know, they say a lot of lies, basically. Right? And they still claim to believe in the Bible. Right?
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. And it reads, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Right. And you see what's the results of rejecting knowledge? Right? That's us killing each other. That's us being put on slave boats. That's us having an evil eye. Our fathers leaving us. Right? Fearing day and night. Dying by the hands of the so-called white man.
That's right.
Yeah. But like to continue on Deuteronomy 10 and 12, when it says to love the Lord thy God, it's keeping the commandments.
Right?
It says, and to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Right? You gotta keep the commandments of the Lord. What's your nationality, Asha? What's your nationality? Alright, you said it. That means you gotta put on a dress too.
That's right.
Right? You gotta dress modestly. I'm gonna close out one more verse. Second Esdras 2 and 1.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments by my servants the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsels.
A lot of our people, they despise the Heavenly Father's counsel.
That's right.
This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 2 and verse, you said 9?
No, you can get second brother.
No, second Esdras 1 and 1.
Stop every 30 minutes.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 1 and verse 1.
It's about
And it reads,
It's about end right now. At 29 minutes.
It's gonna come back to me. But that's cool. That's it on that, right? We are to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
Kwame Ashraf.
Come here, Charlotte.